God, do. Ah! Out of all the girls known at this town, why don't you block you like a pinop or we are here?
Hope it's not one of these boys, Neji.
Ebuka Njoku is passionate about changing the world one story at a time. His directorial debut, Yahoo Plus, won the Best Narrative Feature Award at the Eastern Nigeria International Film Festival and was listed in some platforms as the best Nigerian film of 2022. Ebuka continues in his journey of creating beautiful films, and this is evident in his latest work, Uno.
Where do you worship?
Please, can we eat this food? We're not here to talk.
You know, Enugu Pami has to go.
Uno is set in Enugu, a family drama, romance comedy with relatable characters, heartwarming plot reflecting the depth, complexities, bonds, secrets, pride and joy of the 21st century Nigerian family.
With someone like Jennifer Iliogo, then Sophie was a revelation because even though she's been doing...
In this interview, Ebuka talks more about Uno, amongst other things.
Hi, my name is Ebuka Njoku. I'm a filmmaker who believes in the concept of changing the world one story at a time.
In your mind now, you're mature because you have birds. You won't use your sense.
Filming Uno, I think I would say Uno is my most fun production so far. Felt based on the nature of the film, I was particular about making the set feel like a family. You know, we worked with people who we've been collaborating with for a while now, and then there were new faces too. You know, because the team became bigger. You know, and it was also a freestyle production. You know, unlike what I mean by freestyle is most of the technical decisions. I just had like a general technical understanding with my team, but every other thing we are just, you know, making them up on the go. I'll just come have a conversation with my DP. Okay, how many shots are we having in this thing? Okay, how do we go about it? Like we make it like a brief, at the most 2 to 5 minutes conversation.
Nah. You know, Enugu Pami has to go down in world record as a world best Pami ever.
Well, what you people drink in Lagos is still, I always say it.
We needed the film to like have that freestyle feel, you know. And we shot for 10 days in Enugu. I mean, this is my first time of working with someone you could call a legend, Nkemo. But apart from Nkemo, it was also fun working with someone like Jennifer Iliogo. Then Sophie was a revelation because even though she's been doing skits for a while, lots of people I share the idea of working with her with. They're like, nah, can she, you know, but she came on set and she was a sweetheart, she delivered well. Then Tommy Ojo, I saw Tommy, the first time I saw Tommy was on Far From Home. Yeah, so from the first time I saw her, I felt like, okay, I want to work with her. So it was a dream come true. Then of course, I mean, Kizito, my mommy, my nigga, I don't even need to say much. Like he represented as well.
Let's it always put for your lips, say they make come sweeter every time we kiss.
Nothing but your love.
See punchline. Talk on again.
And your love, they make my lips sweet.
Talk on again.
And your love, they make my lips sweet. I hope it's your call.
Then Abayomi Alvin, God, that guy understands what's the code, improvisation, like crazy. Like there's this scene with Osofia where they were just improvising and everything was just, you know, hitting the point. Then a new talent, Capello, a DJ who we are slowly turning into an actor. He also did great as Dozie. Then it was also my first time working with a child actor. God, the Wahala was there, but it was fun. And I actually kind of like learned a lot, like working with kids, you know, meaning that next time I'm gonna like do better when I get the opportunity to work with a child actor.
Does it mean it would be a sin if Junior marries an unbeliever and he will go to hell for that?
I think God should answer that.
But if...
But if what? No. I answer your jam questions.
But then it was hard in the sense that we had to now train her on set, which it was crazy, but she was brilliant, so she did it. Then the crew, wow. One thing about Uno is we wanted it to look way different from my previous film. So every approach was different and all. So we had a fantastic crew. Then post-production took longer than we expected it to, but I'm glad that it came. It took a good shape. Then the guy that did the sound also did amazing, And right now we are working with Cinemax for distribution. They are wonderful, the best. I mean, the best. So yeah, it's a dope experience so far.
Trust is the bottom line. That's the essence of all of this.
If I have to sacrifice the main thing I am sacrificing for.
Unprofessional on skills up and down.
Mansa. You're looking for Mansa.
I mean, Yahoo Plus was ghetto. We literally managed everything. So and one thing I learned from that was sometimes cheap is actually costlier. So for Uno, we were very careful with decisions we made. So what we now did was maybe to get more with less. We now had to do collaboration with different brands. I think if I hadn't done Yahoo Plus, I wouldn't have found a better way to get resources easily. So that was one. Then Yahoo Plus prepared me for Uno in the sense that I'm a shy person. I'm an introvert on a normal day. So Yahoo Plus was the first time I got to work with people for those number of days, because normally I started as a writer, so all I had was my laptop, and all. But so with that experience, it was easier to now work with the bigger crew for Uno. Then sound. For Yahoo Plus, we had some sound challenges. So for Uno, we are more careful with our sound production, and also it was a lot. It was then also for Yahoo Plus, we planned the production for a month. For Uno, we shot in June. We started planning from first week of March. So we had more preparation time. So and probably for my next film, I'll also extend the time frame of planning, because for productions you can't plan enough. Then in Yahoo Plus, I also learned how to work with different kind of actors. With Yahoo Plus, I realized that there were different kind of actors. There were actors who you just tell what to do and they do it. There are actors you have to like Kajo. There are actors you have to be very friendly with. Some you have to give some distance. And so I think learning that from Yahoo Plus made it easier for me to wing Uno.
Go to hell. Go to the deepest, darkest part of hell, and I hope you remain there.
Wait, Ada, I was just trying to...
What? What do you want me to tell you? You want me to answer why I think I don't like myself enough? You're even going to stay after knowing.
You know what, maybe if you don't like yourself enough, maybe you're right, you're not good enough then.
Take that back.
Why?
Can you take that back?
Why should I take that back, Ada?
For a society to grow, the society has to be bold enough to face their own truth, But in retrospect, even though every family have their own, challenges and all, our family is basically the most beautiful thing we have. So that's actually the idea of the film, to show you, okay, the family could be more, could be complex, could have different people in it, but still have challenges, and it could still be beautiful regardless. So yeah, I borrowed one or two from my personal lives and some inspiration from the lives of some people close to me, to make it more organic here. Then choosing the casting. I think the first person I was sure I wanted to work with was for Ono was Nkemowo. I think December 2022, I'd gone to the cinema to watch Battle on Buka Street, and I saw him there. I was like, oh, I think this is the man. Yeah. So the next was Tomi Ojo. Then, of course, Kizito, my guy, Then it was basically what I was looking for was for those who happened, the family was a family that looked like a family, And then there was something in the story that demands that one part of the family could actually look different to make it work. So we were very Jennifer Eliogo. It was Lorenzo that came up with the idea of Jennifer Eliogo, and once he mentioned her, I was like, yeah, why didn't I think about it?
Hello, Pobagoy. Is something wrong? You have started smoking that in Bolomili. No, you're smoking and your own is affecting your brain. After all what Jesus has done for us in this family.
I hate to be the one to say this because I know it's break your heart. But there's no heaven, there's no hell.
Oh, the Kalon Apple. Is your Bakagoy? Is something wrong with you?
Jesus killed you, Mama.
Yes! You cannot blaspheme.
So what is now the difference between you and Nani Boko Haram? The difference now they use egg and you use your slap because you know I will slap you back. Mommy slap me because of Jesus. I will slap me again.
If you say that again, I will slap you again.
And then for DJ Capello and the child actor, we had to go to Nsukka and do some audition, That was quite a great experience because that was my first time auditioning people for a role. Yeah, for Soso, I think the thing about Soso for me was, you see her self here all the time in her skits, but then you see her personal pictures and you see the contrast between the two. So for Ono, I needed someone that who has layers, and who you don't really need to force the layers on, who understands it from having it in her own personal life and her career. So it was easy for Sophie to fit into that, yeah. Then Abayomi, wow. Abayomi, there were lots of, names and all of that, but at the end of the day, the name just kept coming, and we spoke with him. He liked the script, he was excited, and we felt like, okay, that was the best option for us, because what we needed in the story was it's a story that borders on a lot of diversity. So we needed the characterization to also have that diversity, here, there, people from different. So yeah, that's shout out to our casting director, Lorenzo Menakaya, because it wouldn't have been possible without him. Yeah.